Hey everyone.
Hello, we are here live. We're going to wait a minute,
for a few people to get on.
Here because we're going to be updating about my stage 4 right middle lobectomy, which is pretty exciting.
Gnarly.
Because this was not an option when I was diagnosed 5 years ago. Let's see if we get any joiners here.
We have a joiner.
Yay, we have somebody who's joined.
2 people.
Hi, Dawn. Some of these I can't
read that far.
We're a mess here.
Teresa,
hi. Let's see. Hi, Amy. Hi, Debbie.
Does everybody like her new hat?
Oh, look at my new hat.
So cute.
There's Marianne. It's like Erica. Okay, I think we'll get started since we have some people here. So, first of all, I'm Leah, and I am a stage 4 lung cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in December of 2019 with stage 4 lung cancer at the age of 43 as a never smoker. Very shocking. After my initial diagnosis, there was biomarker testing done, and it was discovered that I have a gene called EGFR exon 19 deletion that was driving my cancer. It is not a hereditary gene. I don't have any risk of passing it on to my girl, Anna Grace. This is my middle. It is considered a somatic gene mutation, meaning something in my environment, lifetime, caused that gene not to work and allowed the cancer to grow. So in December of 2019, I was diagnosed, like I said, with stage 4 lung cancer. I had one primary tumor in my right middle lobe. It's about the size of a walnut. And then I had about 13 bone mets between my spine, pelvis, and rib cage. At the time, I was told by the first doctor that I had 6 to 12 months to live. We kicked him out of the room. The second one came in. He told me maybe 2 years. And then the third doctor finally gave us a little bit more hope and said 2 years for sure, but there might be some things coming down the pike. So in late 2020, I did have 8 SBRT or gamma knife treatments to my right middle lobe to try to kill off that cancer or the primary tumor. And that kind of is what I did. I did start a TKI called Tagrisso in December of 2019 and have remained on that TKI for the entire time of my journey here. So in the few months ago, I learned that I actually qualified for a lobectomy, which is where they took the right middle lobe of my lung out to get all that scar tissue and any remaining tumor that was in there. And there was a chance they were going to get in there and find that there was no active cancer in the quote unquote mothership. My thing doesn't let my finger bend. And then the thought is if you get the mothership out of there, the mothership is what sends out mets. But if the mothership is gone, then the mets that are currently in my body, which are considered sclerotic or dormant, I'll stay on my targeted therapy from now on, and they'll stay asleep. But if they do wake up, we just zap those with a little bit of radiation, and we keep rolling. So this was huge. So anyways, I'm from Kentucky, and on Tuesday, I had the lobectomy. So I don't even know how many days that is post-op. You do the math there, sister. What is it?
I mean, like,
you figure that out. Well, she'll figure it out because I'm on drugs and can't really remember that.
I mean, 6 days since surgery, so
yeah, day 6.
Day 6.
Yeah, we'll say day 6. So the biggest thing here is I have a chest tube. Anytime you have a lobectomy, you have to have a chest tube.
I said E.
She doesn't want me to show the chest tube thing. She's afraid I will get knocked off
demonetized
TikTok because it has some other gross stuff in it. But so we won't do that. But it's a little machine. It's a tube that goes into my stomach right here. It's placed up into under my ribs, and it's basically drains all the fluids and air out of that chest cavity. So because it was my middle lobe, and because I had radiation to that lobe, which was it's gross and had all scar tissue in it, it was a little bit tricky of a surgery, and the chest tube would naturally stay in a little bit longer because of all the, I guess, inflammation and trauma to that area. So I can't leave the hospital until the chest tube comes out, which is fine. I'm not being impatient at all. So let's see, yesterday my surgeon came in and I have an air leak in my lung, which is okay. It's okay. So until that seals, I cannot have the chest tube removed, nor can I fly home. So she said I could wait it out, which I know people who waited 12, 13, 14 days for that. Or I could do a talc procedure where they do what? Integrace. Integrace is going to be a nurse. She likes talking about this stuff. Tell them what they do.
I mean, I wasn't exactly here for what happened, but they said they were going to put a powder, clamp the tube, put a powder in it, and she was going to have to rotate like a rotisserie chicken to get like coat her entire lung with all of the powder and the talc. And it essentially makes her lung sticky, so it's going to make her lung stick to her chest wall. And
seal that leak.
Yeah, seal that leak. And then they left that clamp for what, 2 hours? Or did they put it on?
They clamped it, and I had that slurry in there for 2 hours. And literally, I would rotate from my right side, back, left, back, right, just like a rotisserie chicken, basically.
She got to lay flat for the first time, too.
I did get to lay flat, which was quite amazing, really.
And then it's on suction until 2 o'clock today?
2 o'clock tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes. So then they, after they did the procedure, they hooked me to they turned this little machine on, and it like kind of has suction to it to suck all that leftover slurry, fluid, whatever out. Very painful, but my doctor was wonderful and gave me some good medicine. So
some medicine and a fun mask to wear.
So that I would be as comfortable as possible. And really, I felt pressure when the slurry was going in, and it was a little bit uncomfortable. But I tell you what was worse is when they turned on the vacuum part of it to suck it out, that they I didn't realize my lung hit was deflated, but they reinflated the lung, and I could feel it all up, all the way through my throat almost. And that was pretty painful. And then after that, I noticed I had air trapped all.
I just felt it for the first time, and that was weird. That was really weird.
Behind my ear, down my back, shoulder, etc. And it's like Rice Krispies.
It's like vibrating.
Yes,
I just touched it, and it was like she's got a robot in there or something.
And there's a big bubble in there, and as I move, sometimes it like releases some of that air, and I can hear it. I know no one else can, but
we like to say she's the human pincushion and whoopee cushion.
Yes.
So
I've got all sorts of things going on, and fancy jewelry on both arms. I had it on the ankles. I had it everywhere. So anyways, I had that done yesterday, and then the rule is 48 hours later, they will turn off the suction and reevaluate through x-ray. I'm still leaking quite a bit of air, and which is not what the surgeon is concerned about, but because I had the middle lobe removed, they like the upper and the lower to meet up together and like stick to each other. So there's not like blank free-flowing space in your chest. And
floating lungs.
Yeah. So they have not done that. They're very separate. I have the upper and I have the lower, but they're not touching. So there's a chance that I'm going to need to be put back under, and then the chest tube will be moved to a different area so that they can get like basically suction and get those two lobes to actually touch themselves. So we were hoping to go home on Tuesday, which was kind of ambitious really, because they told us 7 to 14 days here, hoping for more like 7 days.
That's news to me.
Anna Grace doesn't like that news. She wants her mom to come home.
Hey, you got a gift.
Oh, look at me. And but we'll do whatever we need to do. We'll work it out. We'll stay here. We'll get it worked out. So that's where I am. But that's not the most exciting part, is it?
No.
So you know what the exciting part is. So, all this time I've had like cancer in my lung. Like,
yeah, I am.
And then I had it radiated, but you don't really know if it's fully dead because there's so much scar tissue that forms around where there was radiation that there could be living cancer in there. And my surgeon at MDA had said, I will only do the surgery if you answer this one question for me. And the question was, what if I remove this middle lobe? And this is a major surgery, 4 to 6 weeks of recovery at least. And I send to pathology and there's no active cancer. And we did this for really no reason. And I was like, sign me up. I don't care. Get it out. I want to know. So she came in yesterday and she told me about the whole talc procedure slurry, which is a bummer.
What is slurry? Why do you keep saying that word?
Because they mix the powder with
Okay.
saline so they could put it into the
Okay.
tube. So it's called a slurry. She's learning every day.
I don't like that word.
And she felt bad that this was happening, whatever. She said, but the best news is that the pathology reports came back early because they weren't supposed to be back until Tuesday, and it showed completely clean margins around the lobes they removed. They removed some lymph nodes, totally clean, no cancer. They removed some pleural fluid, which when I was diagnosed, the pleural fluid, that's just fluid in your chest. Everybody's got it sometimes. Well, not everybody. People with cancer develop it, and usually it's cancerous. The cancer moves to that. It was benign. There was no cancer present in my pleural fluid, which was a win. And when they tested the actual scar tissue and found the actual main tumor, 90% of that walnut-sized tumor was dead cancer that the radiation took care of and the Tagrisso took care of. But there was 10% active cancer. And that, because of all the scar tissue, was not showing up on any of my scans, my PET scans, my CTs, etc. So in theory, if we wouldn't have done this, those little jerky cells, cancer cells could have gotten out onto my brain, my bones, my lymph system.
So she did the right thing.
Whatever. So we absolutely 100% did the right thing. And she looked at me and she said, this is not a cure. I still have terminal cancer. But she said, at the very least 10 years, she's like, I think you just gained yourself 30 to 40 years. And I burst into tears. And she said, oh, don't cry. You're going to make me cry. But when you go from having a diagnosis that says 6 to 12 months and you've got little kiddos at home because they were much younger 5 years ago, and then you go to thinking you have 5 years, which will be December 18th of this December. And I mean, here I am, like, even before the surgery, I was like, I really don't think I'm not going to be here then.
Well, Santa's got to come, so.
Mom needs to help with the Santa list. So, we were not really satisfied for 5 years. And if you follow along with any of my other things, I'm very active. What do I do, sis?
She works out how many days a week? Like 6?
5 or 6 days a week.
At 45, she walks a lot of days. She's pretty active. She doesn't really lay down until it's time to go to bed. She gets up at like 5.
4:30 or 5, yeah.
And she doesn't sleep that well. And then she doesn't go to bed until like real late, because sometimes she'll text me at like 12 o'clock at night. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing late?
So, yes. So, this is really exciting. This is huge. Things that I never thought that I would see or be here for are really more of a reality than a dream or a hope. So this is kind of like cutting edge surgery. Not many hospitals or surgeons offer this choice. And I feel extremely lucky that I found this surgeon and this oncology team at MD Anderson that were supportive of me doing this. I mean, I kind of felt like, what did I have to lose, right? Like,
I am gonna have ice cream here.
And they have ice cream here. So that is our kind of update. You want to say hi? Here's another one of my kiddos. Stockton, say hi.
Hi.
We're on live. So that's kind of my update. Anything else you think they need to know?
I'm not sure. Everyone said that she's the most stylish and the fastest one here.
Yes, I've been walking laps around.
I mean, someone get her a plaque because
I need a trophy. I have been walking around the nurses' station at a high speed because they said walking is the best way to get out of here.
Her. She's so fast.
Right.
Didn't you walk like a mile today?
I don't know if I've walked a mile yet today, but we did walk quite a while, didn't we? Stockton walked with me, and my mom, my husband's here, my dad's here.
I took a nap.
Anna Grace took a nap, and then my oldest flew back to Nashville a little bit ago because he's in college in another part of Kentucky that's closer to flying to Nashville. So all the chickens are leaving
today later on.
Yeah, with my dad.
Super late.
And it will just be my mom and
I'm
my
gonna be
husband
in bed late tonight.
That are here.
Everyone vote for me not to go to school tomorrow. Everyone send a text to her and tell her not to let me not go to school tomorrow.
No,
please.
Tell them what I used to do. What was I? When I grew up, what was I? As a professional.
Oh, she was a teacher. Therefore, unless I'm actively dying, I go to school.
Vomiting, bleeding, fevering. We don't skip school.
And so apparently me not getting any sleep this weekend or flying in and being home at like 11 o'clock at night is not an excuse.
Not an excuse. You play, you pay, right?
So all my teachers tomorrow, if I'm asleep, don't wake me up.
She's ridiculous. And Stockton is lucky enough not to have school tomorrow. Teacher work day, election day on Tuesday.
I didn't even know that.
It wasn't a secret.
If I wouldn't have transferred schools, I guess I wouldn't have had.
Yes, Anna Grace just transferred as a senior to a different school.
Her school that she taught at and
graduated from.
And so she knows all the people there.
And she does love it.
So she could get me out of school tomorrow.
No. So that is what we were getting on here to share. So hopefully that gives you all the information you need if you're on this journey, or you know someone who is, or you're just curious.
Should we see if anybody has a question?
Oh, does anybody have a question?
You guys can comment. We'll wait a minute and see if anybody asks any questions.
I can't read because I don't have contacts in. So
I can kind of read. I'm on a cancer journey as well. Good luck to you, Erica.
Yes, good luck. Lots of us are on cancer journeys. Not quite that great, is it? Any other questions? Do we have questions?
Going once, going twice. Okay.
Oh, wait. What cell type do you have? So I have non-small cell lung cancer, and my driver mutation is EGFR exon 19 deletion. Hope that answers your question.
Erica said she works at MDA and is a patient there too.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't imagine working while I was going through all this, and to be able to have all the connections you need to the best care in the country. That is, and really probably in the world. That's amazing. That means I hope you're having a very successful journey. Let's see. What else?
Seeing you so positive gives me the biggest smile.
Well, thank you. I am very positive. I have tried to be positive this whole time, right?
Yes.
Yes, because I just didn't feel like
there's no any reason to be.
Yeah, I was trying to make lemonade out of lemons. Anybody else? Okay. Now we're not really very good at turning this off.
I know how to do it now.
Oh, now she knows. So, so glad everything went. Thank you. Yes, everything went very well. It's been a good experience.
Good journey.
Yes, for sure.
Take care. Follow.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to follow my journey. Yes, follow along. So I am pretty much an open book, and you can find a lot of my story on Young Lung Cancer is a Thing, TikTok. Also, Leah Phillips, lung cancer.
TikTok. She also is on TikTok, Instagram. Substack is her.
I'm not really hard to find, so you'll be able to find me for sure.
Leah Phillips or Young Lung Cancer is a Thing.
Yes. And another website to check out is Young Lung Cancer.
She has merch.
We have great merch.
Can we get this hat?
This hat is not up yet, but it probably will be soon. But our website is ylci.org. And the definition of young lung cancer is anyone diagnosed with lung cancer under the age 50 or younger. So definitely check us out. Erica was here all last week, but got discharged on. Oh, Erin was here all last. Yeah, no context. Got here. Was here all week, but she was discharged on Friday. Thought about coming to visit. You should have. I was here, just hanging out in this room, not doing anything. I would have loved to meet you. Let's see. And there's my friend Haley, who's had the surgery from Kentucky as well.
Oh, there's Haley.
She's got some hearts. We love Haley. She's a force. She's already been through this.
She gave us some good food recommendations. Thank you, Haley.
We've been eating well here in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
on that note,
we're going to say goodbye, and I'm going to spend some time with these kiddos before they fly out.
Okay, bye, guys.